We're back looking at personality types on Football Manager 2024, and on today's menu, Temperamental Wonderkids. That sounded weird. We're looking at Temperamental Wonderkids today. Yeah. Here we go then. 5 Wonderkids as ever. We're looking at French, Spanish, German, English, and Italian. I think we're going to experiment with different nationalities going forward because I want to mix it up a little bit and keep it a little bit fresh. Starting out in different leagues and different nations, etc. Anyway, that's for another time. This is today. We have got 5 players. They are all 90 current ability, 200 potential ability, and all central midfielders. Of course, we've mid-journeyed their faces. So we've gone with names that are just part of the regens that automatically generate when you first start the game. We've got Mathieu Masson, the French guy, or Matthew Mason, if he was English. Victor, the Spanish, or Victor, if he was English, I guess. Moritz Fixel. I don't know what his English equivalent would be. Mark Cunningham. Mark Cunningham, if he was English, because he is English or Irish. Second nationality over there. Giovanni Ramella, with his luscious long locks. The Italian Stallion. And if we look at the players, they've all got exactly the same attribute breakdown and exactly the same hidden attribute breakdown. As you can see over here on personality, they are temperamental, but the media handling style is volatile, media friendly, and confrontational. Work that one out. They don't really mix, do they? Like custard and baked beans. So there we go. That is your temperamental personality. Temperament, low at 3. Injury proneness at 1, we've just left that there. Adaptability at 16. Ambition had to be below a certain thing. Loyalty had to be below a certain thing, I believe, which is why it's at 6. Important matches, consistency and pressure all had to be over 10 or 11. Controversy had to be over 11, so we put that at 12. Professionalism at 9, I think that could be between like 5 and 15, so we put it somewhere in the middle, because we want to give them the chance, because we've seen professionalism on the channel already. Not great when they've got none of it. So yeah, we thought we'd go give them a fighting chance in this experiment. So that's it for the intro. Without further ado, 1 year into the future to see who they start their careers with. Okay, we've not started brilliantly. We haven't started brilliantly whatsoever. Victor hasn't improved a singular attribute point. He's playing for Villarreal. Let's have a look at Victor, shall we? He's gone to Villarreal. He's playing for Villarreal C. Played 11 times. 10 of those were starts. 1 goal, 3 assists. Not bad, 7.06, but I don't know why he's not improved 1 attribute point. Giovanni Ramella, the Italian Stallion, is playing for Udinese. Playing for the under-18s. He hasn't made an first team appearance. 29 appearances though for the under-18s. 5 goals, 8 assists. A 7.28. Not bad. Giovanni could get there, but annoyingly he's only on 94. Mathieu Masson at Monaco. He is wanted by Angers Sco on loan. He's been to Guingamp on loan, it appears. Played 5 times for Monaco 2 in the league and 11 times non-competitively for Monaco 2. I thought Monaco 2 was the non-competitive version of Monaco. I don't know. We'll see. Guingamp, he went on loan to and played 15 times, scoring a goal, 2 assists. A 6.75, not great. He's back at Monaco 2, hopefully going to get another loan move. 96. He is at. Mark Cunningham has gone to Manchester United. They love they love a wonder kid, Man United, doing these experiments. Hey, I'll take it. It gives me the opportunity to put a big team's kit in the thumbnail. So in terms of Mark, he's not played for United. 37 times, 7 off the bench for the under-18s, 8 goals, 13 assists, 7.11. A very good return, in my opinion, for a central midfielder. And Moritz Fitzel is at Leipzig, who also love a youth prospect as well. He has, again, not really played. He's not played for the main team. He's played for the under-19s, it is in Germany. 5 goals, 8 assists. 7.16. They've all had, to be honest, playing for the reserve teams and playing for the first team, they've all had reasonable time of it. They just haven't really improved much. They're all still temperamental. We'll see how things progress. Well, we're going to go forward 1 more year to 2025 because I don't want to jump too much too soon and miss out on some of these interesting moments that might happen early in the career. So let's go to 2025. But before we do that, of course, it's that time in the video. If you're new around here, you won't know. If you're not new around here, you will. The public service announcement where I get on my knees and beg for you to subscribe to the channel. It seems to be working because a lot of you are doing it. So subscribe to the channel, do all the lovely stuff like the video, comment down below on things you want to see on the channel and things that you've seen in this that I might have missed, or just comment in general. I'd like to get back to you also. Appreciate all the interaction and all the subscriptions recently. Long may it continue. Let's jump to 2025. Okay, Victor's now balanced. We've been here before with balanced, haven't we? What's changed, Vicky? Oh dear, what has changed? What has changed to make it balanced? Professionalism has gone up, I think. Let's get in the editor. 9 it was to begin with. Back to temperamental. Let's go to 10. Still temperamental. So he's moved from 9 professionalism to 11. And there we go. We're balanced. We are back balanced with Victor. And Victor is at 95 current ability out of 200. Barely featured. Villarreal B, he made 1 appearance off the bench. Villarreal C, 11 appearances. Not doing great. Not ideal. Giovanni Ramella at Udinese. Spent the season in the under-19s. Hopefully, they're probably trying to get him homegrown at club. He's at 99. Mathieu at Monaco is at 99. Did not go on loan again. Spent the season on loan. Spent the season at Monaco 2. Had an alright time of it, to be fair. 25 games, Monaco 2. 11 non-competitive. Just baffles me. Played very well for both of them, though. Over 7s. Moritz at Leipzig. He is loan listed. And yeah, understandably why. He's had a fantastic time in this second season. Lots of goals, lots of assists, and a 7.21 rating for him. You can't see these ratings. I'm in the way for it, but trust me, it's 7.21. And Mark at Man United. Well, look at that. 112 current ability. And he's played as a makeshift left back. I'm not sure why. Not really good enough defensively for me. Each to their own. Not like Man United to ruin a wonder kid, is it? But played plenty of times for them in the under-18s. 21 assists in 66 games, 53 of those starts. Very, very good return for assists. They got an assist every 3 games. And a goal, like 1 in 10, 1 in 9. He's at 112. And as you can see, Moritz has actually been played as a defensive midfielder as a makeshift. That's a bit more like it. Mature centre-back. Victor is a defensive midfielder now, and he's also played as a centre-back makeshiftly. Actually, he's only improved 5 attribute points, and he's now competent as a defensive midfielder. I'd say that's probably part of his attribute breakdown points. So yeah, let's compare Mark and Victor. Yeah, the writing's on the wall for Victor. We are not hopeful for Victor's prospects going forward. However, we've got a lot riding on old Mark Cunningham. Moritz has improved quite a bit in terms of speed. I noticed that with his polygon, and I just thought I'd have a quick compare with Mark. Impressive. Mature. He was improved massively aerially. They're all improving slightly differently. 2 seasons in, and we've gone 112 for the top, 95 for the bottom. I'm thinking Mark and Moritz have had good starts. Mature, middling. Giovanni's just behind, just below par, and Victor's poor. Really. So we're going to go through to 2026 now. 1 more year before we start doing bigger incremental jumps, I think. Let's go to 2026. Well, it's all changed around. Mature at Monaco, he's wanted by Amiens SC on loan. He's only spent the season at Monaco 2 again, and he's now bottom. He's been played all over the shop. Monaco don't know what to do with him. Someone come and save him. 102 current ability. Victor has had a kickstart. He's now accomplished as a defensive midfielder, and unfortunately, his attributes are much worse than Mature's. So I'm saying that position is where he's got those attribute points. Very disappointing. Victor at Villarreal has just again played for Villarreal C this most recent season. They do look a mess, these don't they, when they're in the Spanish league? With the B team and the C team and all that jazz. Giovanni Ramella. Well, he's moved up. He's now balanced in terms of personality. He's got that professionalism. 111 current ability. And he is at Udinese, who've been relegated. Will it mean he gets a run in the team? I'm not too sure. A lot of teams want him on loan, but in, Blackpool, where are Blackpool? Auxerre League 2, Cesena in Serie B, Blackpool Sky Bet Championship. Is the Sky Bet Championship worse than Serie B? I'd argue no. Udinese, Giovanni Ramella could be your saving grace. Getting played. RB Leipzig's Moritz Fixel is still at the club, and he is wanted by Blackpool and Auxerre on loan. So Blackpool and Auxerre are after a central midfielder, clearly. They want one of these wonder kids. Not made an appearance for Leipzig. Again, he's done pretty well in the reserves. 16 assists this time, 9 goals. That's a 7.47. That is bloody good for Moritz. Give him a chance, Leipzig, or send him out on bloody loan. Mark Cunningham's moved to 128. He's absolutely flying, is old Mark. And he's been on loan to Birmingham in the second half of the season. In the first half of the season for United, he made 2 appearances in a cup competition, getting a 7.1 rating with 1 assist, a 7.23 over 44 games in the non-competitive under-21s for Man United, 16 goals, 17 assists. That is disgustingly good, and that got him a loan move to Birmingham, where he only got a 6.83, 3 goals, 1 assist in the Sky Bet Championship, where unfortunately Birmingham did not get promoted. To be fair, they only just avoided relegation by a singular point, and he got 3 points in the last 3 games. Mark Cunningham scoring a goal in the last game of the season, his only goal for the club, and he managed to help them survive. And he got 2 goals there for against Sheffield United. So he scored 3 goals in the last 3 games, grabbing a point in 2 games. That was crucial for them, and that helped them survive relegation. Because if they were on the same points, they would have gone down on goal difference, because their goal difference was worse than QPR. Well, Mark Cunningham, no wonder he's at 128. He's managed to help Birmingham survive relegation. He's now back at United. Another loan move needed, I think, for him to really kick on. The others, things have started to happen. It's all about position for him. Mature, what's happening at Monaco? Giovanni in Serie B. Could he get the opportunity? I'd like to think so. Moritz needs a loan move. Let's move to 20. I did say I wanted to do bigger jumps, but I feel like we're on the cusp of something just starting to percolate and happen. So we're going to go to 2027, and this is going to be a bit of a longer video. Strap yourselves in, gang. Hope you're enjoying it. Drop a like on it if you are. So we're 1 season further on, and look at what's happened here. So Mature at 107, still at Monaco. He went to Cercle Bruges on loan for half a season, didn't play loads. Disappointing. Victor, still at Villarreal C. Yeah, 15 assists for him in that season for Villarreal C. Not too bad, that 7.31 rating, but I don't know, I've almost written these two off. Moritz now at Leipzig did not kick on as much as we would have liked him to, and that's because he's not had a loan move. He's just spent another season. He's not even spent the season in the reserves. He's actually in the first team, and he's made 1 appearance off the bench in Europe. That's it. So he's had no football. What a waste. What a waste. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, I guess. Giovanni Ramella in Italian Serie A now. So let's have a little focus on Giovanni. He's started to improve. His physicals have got better, haven't they? He's balanced. We've seen that. He's moved his professionalism up to 12. He went on loan to Ajaccio. How do you pronounce that? Someone phonetically put it in the comments, please. Thank you. 17 of you to do it. I don't care. Feed the algorithm. 29 games, 3 goals, 6 assists, a 6.91. Not great. I got excited when I saw he'd got 33 games under his belt professionally, and Udinese had gone back up. He didn't have a hand in that. He didn't play a single minute for them. Bloody hell. Mark at 137 at Manchester United. Look at that. He made a few appearances in the first half of the season for United, lots in the under-21s, a couple of appearances in the league off the bench, a couple of starts in the cup and 1 in the Champions League, and a few appearances off the bench as well. 3 starts, 7 off the bench for United in all competitions. And then in January, Birmingham went, we need a little bit of the Cunningham. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 play of the match, a 7.26. A much better showing, despite the fact he didn't get as many goals. A much better showing. And did Birmingham do any better? Look at that. Birmingham in the bloody playoffs. Was that Mark Cunningham's doing? I don't think so. No. They had a shambles of a second half of the year. No, they were doing brilliantly until he came. Awkward. Birmingham might have been top of the championship, then Cunningham came in and they finished 5th, lost in the playoffs. So it's all taking a turn. Moritz is now potentially joining Victor and Mature on the scrap heap. Giovanni has pulled himself up by the bootstraps, and Mark is sailing away into the sunset as the best player so far. As we've seen, 2 of them have become balanced, but 3 of them have remained temperamental. As it seems, temperamental doesn't seem too bad in terms of growth. We've seen the players grow. The game time is what's held Moritz back. Victor, again, he's not playing at a high enough level. Mature, Monaco, I don't know what Monaco are messing around at. Monaco are just infuriating. Let's move. Right, we're going to do the 2-year jump now. Let's go to 2029 and see how things have moved. Well, would you look at that? Giovanni Ramella has now moved to AC Milan and is now 150. He's top of the pile. Victor, Mature and Moritz are all in and amongst themselves down here, unfortunately. 121 to 117. Rubbish. In 2 years, Mark has only moved up a couple of attribute points to 142. United are wasting him, I believe. They're not playing him. He wants to leave. He's asked to leave in order to get into the national team setup. He's not playing enough at 142. He's got 18 under 21 caps, 421 goals. No caps and goals for England. Or Ireland. We don't know where he's wanting to be. Similar type of play to Florian Wirtz, apparently. He's looking very good, isn't he? He's Polygon. He's looking fantastic. If we actually break it down and have a look. He's now balanced as well. Is that because of the professionalism? Of course it is. He's moved his professionalism up as his consistency has moved up as well. Temperament has just remained at 3. Giovanni Ramella then, let's have a look at him. He's moved for £71 million, and well, would you look at that? In 2 years, in a year and a half, should I say. So he came back to Udinese, who just got promoted, and they said, wow, you've improved, Giovanni. get in the first team. 28 times he started for them. Not one single appearance off the bench in that season. That's impressive. Then in the start of the following season, he'd played 20 times. By January, an AC Milan came a knocking. £71 million. And I've just seen he's barely even started for them. He's played plenty of times off the bench. Oh, AC Milan, please don't ruin him. The foundation's there. He's 150 out of 200, for God's sake. AC Milan, I'm watching you. I mean, at this point, what's even the point of looking at these guys? Victor's still at Villarreal B. Oh, he's playing for Villarreal B now, not Villarreal C. 16 assists in 37 games. Not too bad, to be fair. Mature, he's on loan from Monaco. He went back to Cercle Bruges. He's been for Monaco too. He's at Niort in Ligue 2. 25 appearances. Moritz. RB Leipzig. Well, lots of appearances off the bench. Not starting, unfortunately. Get him a loan move, Leipzig. He's on the cusp of kicking on. I don't feel like he's been wasted like Mature and Victor, even though they're all about the same. Moritz has got more potential. For some reason. I just feel like he's been cultivated all right up to about 20, and then they've just stagnated last couple of years. Mature and Victor have just been ruined. I can't explain my logic. United are trying to ruin Mark Cunningham, and AC Milan might ruin Giovanni. This could be a shambles, this one. 2031 then, let's go 2 more years. Right, Mature still at Monaco, 118. I mean, was it 118 last time? Moritz is now fairly determined at Leipzig. He's obviously moved his determination up, and what's happened in the last couple of years? Again, just being a sub-merchant. Victor at Villarreal. Well, he's broken into the first team. He's played a few times off the bench, but I'm not impressed. We're not even focusing on him. Victor he's wanted by Brentford. Go on, Brentford. Go and save the day. 23 years old. Jamie Vardy him. They're all turning into different personality types as well. They're all balanced apart from, well, I'll say 3 of them are balanced. All of them. Mark Cunningham still at Man United. He's been capped 3 times. Sean Dyche is the England manager. He's declared for England, and he's played 3 times for England. So he's not played enough games so far in terms of the media, international opinion. He's gone on loan to Bournemouth. He wanted to leave Man United because he wasn't getting enough game time. He went to Bournemouth for a season on loan. 8 goals. 10 assists, a 7.31. Fabulous. That's probably why he got to 150. Then the next season, United have just let him rot. Deary me. And Giovanni at AC Milan, well, he's also been capped by Italy, 3 caps, no goals. The £71 million from Udinese, does that look a little bit more worthwhile? He's moved to 165 in terms of his current ability. 10 appearances, 9 of them off the bench in that first half of the season. Then the following season, 23 starts, 5 off the bench. That's a little bit more like it. 5 goals, 3 assists, a 7.07. And then 24 games, 8 off the bench, 4 goals, 5 assists, 7.25. That's the kind of games that I would be giving. If I was the manager, I would be playing him. He'd be coming off the bench here and there. So I don't mind players coming on off the bench. That's not a problem. But when they're only coming off the bench and they're not getting the game time, that's where it's the issue. So Giovanni's on his way. The Italian stallion is on his way. Mark, you've got to leave United, mate. You've got to leave United. These 3, I've had enough of them. So we're going to jump through now 20 to 2033, another 2 years to 25, and then we're going to probably start going in 3-year increments. Well, here we go then. Giovanni, 183 at AC Milan. We're going to go straight into Giovanni. He is, well, look at this. The last 2 years, a 7.35 and a 7.30. He is becoming an absolute mainstay of the AC Milan side. And they've just won the league. He, 28-29. 28-29. He moved in 28-29, so he came and he's won the league twice with AC Milan. So if we look down here, they won the Italian Cup and Serie A. Wasn't playing loads. Then they won the Italian Cup again and again and again, and then now the Italian Serie A. So apart from the 2031-32 season, he's won the Italian Cup, the Coppa Italia, should we say, every single time, and he's won Serie A twice. Italy have won European Championship goal of the tournament in 2032. Are we going to watch this? Can we watch this? I've never seen this before. We've just clicked on the highlight. Here we go. Goal of the tournament. All right. There you go. Giovanni Ramella winning goal of the tournament. Mark has moved to Brentford. He's now at 166 over those 2 years. He moved for free. United deserved to lose him. Hang about. He moved to PSG on loan. PSG just played him as a sub-merchant. Just ruined him. Brentford got him on a free and they've played 36 times, 11 goals, 9 assists. Go on, Brentford. Where did Brentford finish in the league? 10th. I wanted Brentford to break into Europe and maybe finish ahead of United to show them and go, yeah, have a bit of that. Usual suspects have won the Premier League, so nothing really to speak of there. Did he win Matthias Dahm? You're going to have to be on top of your game, and He spent too long in the reserves at Manchester United. Moritz, unfortunately, he's on loan from Leipzig at Kaiserslautern. That's his first loan move. He's just been a sub-merchant for Leipzig. It's too little too late, in the famous words of Jojo. 32 starts, 4 goals, 5 assists. It's too late. You can't start playing someone at 25 years old and expect them to go and hit their potential. 133 is on. Mature has moved from Monaco to Catanzaro for £39 million. I can't believe it. Monaco have just fallen upwards there. How have they failed upwards? They've ruined a player, barely given him any loan time or game time, just squandered him, and then they've managed to sell him for £39 million to Catanzaro, who are in Serie A. Can he kick on a bit? I'd love to see him be a late bloomer and get to the 160s, 170s. That would be a victory for Mature at this point. Go and get Catanzaro into Europe. Victor is at Olympique Lyon. He's moved on loan from Villarreal. And it's, this just offends me. Look at the state of it. I don't even want to look at it. It's annoying me. But if we look at the difference between them, they all started out the same. Need I say more? Look how good Giovanni is. World class. Victor, I was going to try and say something that rhymed with world class that meant rubbish, but I can't think of anything. So, rubbish. The good thing is, though, is Mature, since he's moved for two seasons, first season at Catanzaro, he was playing a little bit more as a sub-merchant. The second season, because he moved on loan to begin with, to be fair, he moved on loan, which, did that have a future fee? He must have had a future fee sort of clause in there. And then the following season, when he's there to play fully, he's played 34 times, never actually came off the bench. So maybe this is the turning point for him. I was going to jump 3 years to 2036 at this point, but I think Giovanni might make it to 200 inside 2 years. So we're going to go 2 years. I want to see how Mark's getting on, and I want to see if Mature's kicked on as well. So there's quite a bit to look at for 2035. So let's go straight to 2035. Well, there we go. He's at 192 is Giovanni, and an absolute superstar. Look at how good he is. AC Milan. I mean, I don't know why. He didn't score or assist many in the most recent season, which is a bit weird. Inter have won the league twice in a row as well, and Inter have won the cup both times as well. So, unfortunately, he's now playing in a team that's not doing great. Mark has moved to 172, so he's probably topped out. He's not in the England squad again. Brentford, he's ever present for them. How are Brentford doing? Chelsea have won the league last 2 seasons. Brentford 14th both seasons, so yeah, not great. Moritz is at 145 and gone to Monaco. Oh my God, you couldn't make it up, could you? So he was at Kaiserslautern. He went to Valencia on loan, and then he's gone to Monaco. And Monaco have bloody played him, to be fair. Every 20 games he started, 10 off the bench. I can't believe it. At 145, Moritz is now at 27 years old. Fair play to him. Mature at Catanzaro, he's at 141. Sadly, it's just not clicking for him. They're in Serie A. He's playing a lot for them. It's just a little too late for him to really kick on. Victor, Leicester want to buy him for £10.5 million. Oof. Who's also been on loan to Monaco. Monaco just want the screen time in this experiment. What has happened? Lyon, he went to Lyon on loan and barely played. Do you know what? I don't even think I touched on the fact he barely played when he went on loan to Lyon. I couldn't wait to get off this screen. Monaco, just a sub-merchant. Then they put him in Monaco too. Then he came back to Villarreal, and he played 34 times. He's broke into the first team for the first time ever. What? 130. Mark's now fairly professional. So is Giovanni. Fairly determined for Moritz and Mature. So what's fairly professional looking like then? 15 professionalism. Yeah. 18 versatility for Giovanni. Played as a makeshift wing-back left probably once. Look at his physicals. Fantastic. What a player he looks like. Brilliant stuff. So we are going to jump through 3 years now to 2038. They will be 30 years old, and they will start to decline from about there. I think Giovanni's going to get to 200 though. Okay, so he's only got to 194 has Giovanni. Sadly, that's where he's topped out. 78 caps, 14 goals, doing brilliantly stuff. Pep's in charge of AC Milan. He's been there for nearly 3 years. They did have Poch, who left to go and be the manager of Argentina, I believe. No, he went to become the manager of Liverpool. Probably got sacked. Stefano Pioli just retired. Pep Guardiola is in charge of AC Milan. Been there for a while. He actually left Man City to become the PSG manager. Left PSG to become the Arsenal manager. And then left Arsenal to become the AC Milan manager. He's won the Champions League with Arsenal. AC Milan have won the Champions League. Spoilers, Giovanni's won the Champions League. Which was a little bit of a manager detour there. So Giovanni's won the Champions League. I was actually wanting to look at Serie A. They've won 3 Serie A's in a row, so the last 3 years they've done it. And Giovanni, look at that, 15 assists, top of the pile. Bruni Bargi at Napoli, average rating. 5th for Giovanni there on a 7.52. one of the better players for them in the league. Fair play to them. They've won the league 3 years in a row. He's won a Champions League as well. Giovanni has had a fantastic time. Mark is wanted by Al Ittihad at 30 years old. He's at 174. He is currently at Arsenal. He moved to Arsenal for £52 million from Brentford in the 37-38 season, where he's played quite a few times from the bench. Started 15 games, to be fair, but he has played a lot from the bench, which is a bit disappointing. Moritz has gone to Napoli, 149 he is current ability-wise. Where do you even start? Real Madrid bought him for £44 million, and he played 25 times, all of them off the bench. Then he went on loan to Napoli, 28 times, 25 of those were starts. Then he moved for £39 million, so Real Madrid made a few £1 million loss, and he's played a lot for Napoli there. So fair play. Moritz has actually got to 149 by the age of 30. Very, very good. Mature is at Wolves. He moved from Catanzaro for £35.5 million. They decided to cut their losses. I'm not sure why. They were playing him a lot. I don't know why they've accepted an offer lower. Maybe because he was just meh, and they thought, we'll recoup as much money as we can. It says 41 million, so there's obviously add-ons available. He's obviously not hitting those add-ons, is he? And Victor is still at Villarreal. I mean, he's playing. He's playing for Villarreal. 13th he finished this most recent season. Awful career for Victor. Very disappointing. Mature, it's just been hilarious. I don't even know where to start with him. Moritz has been weird, especially recently with the two big transfers. Mark's now at Arsenal. Giovanni is our saving grace in this experiment. I'm going to go to 2039 just to stop in, just to see if Giovanni does continue to improve and get past 194. He didn't. He's still at 194. Everyone's still where they were. Let's move on. Here we are in 2041. Giovanni still at AC Milan at 187. Still a fabulous player. Losing some of his speed and physicals, but probably gaining elsewhere. I mean, look at his technicals and his mentals. Absolutely brilliant. AC Milan have won 2 of the last 3 years in terms of the league. Didier Deschamps is in charge. Real Madrid have won 3 out of 4 Champions Leagues as well. Deary me. Arsenal still got Mark Cunningham. He's still wanted by Saudi Arabia. He's playing quite a bit for them. 30 games there started, 33 off the bench. This season, 18 starts, 17 off the bench. So he's falling away a little bit. And Arsenal haven't won the league, unfortunately. Has he ever won any trophies? The Europa League, just with Arsenal. They won the Europa League twice. And they won the World Cup. He's won the World Cup with England. He's got back in the squad. 5 caps. I'm sorry. No. He was on 3 caps ages ago. And he was in the World Cup squad. Did he play in that World Cup? We've got to go and have World Cup 2038. So, World Cup. They've won it 2 times in a row of England. Let's have a look at the schedule. Vincent Kompany's in charge. Ryan Mason's been there. No Tony Mowbray, the new Ralph. No Ralph either. Where is Ralph? Probably gone by now. Yeah, Ralph Hasenhüttl's gone. Oh, I can't check if he actually played unless I go back. I can't really be bothered. If he didn't play, he's not won the World Cup any more than you or I have won the World Cup. James Palmer's got a horrific skin condition. Another regen with that. Moritz still at Napoli then. He's 17 caps for Germany. Fair play to him. He's first international goal at 32. First international cap at the age of 30. He's now at 143. Mature at 122. He's gone to Al Wassi. He's on 10k a week. He's gone to Saudi Arabia and not getting a payday. That sums him up, doesn't it? It's not Saudi Arabia, it's UAE. Sorry. Is there a lot of money there? I guess so. It's, that part of the world. So I'm going to say there should be a lot of money in that division. He's moved anyway, in my opinion, to a place where there's a lot of money and he's not getting a lot of money. Victor, awful. He finally left Villarreal. He's moved to Levante for 1.4 million and he's been crap. They're going to start retiring from here on in. Let's move on to the next season. Let's see what's happening. 2 of them have gone, 3 of them are still there. Giovanni, Mark and Moritz. So the other 2 have disappeared. They're still at the same clubs. Moritz is moving to Hertha BSC on a free. He's going back to Germany. Well, let's go one more season. Right, Giovanni's finally made the move. He's gone £32 million. He's gone to Saudi Arabia at the age of 34, 35 years old. AC Milan cashed in on what is essentially got to be a club legend at this point. No, he's only favoured personnel. That's a kick in the dick for him, isn't it? He's won a lot of trophies with AC Milan. He's, of course, been the best player by a country mile in this experiment. Mark's still at Arsenal. Moritz moved to Hertha BSC. They're both wanted, probably by Hoffenheim and Al Ittihad. So, yeah, Saudi Arabia. Let's go one more year. They're all still there. Giovanni's retiring. Mark is still at Arsenal. Moritz is retiring as well. Moritz, did he do all right for Hertha? He's played a little bit, twilight of his career. He's at £1.6 million a week as old Giovanni, so he did an absolute storming time going to Saudi Arabia, got an absolute bumper payday. Unfortunately, Mark's only on 150k a week. 10 caps. He's actually been capped more for England in more recent times. Has he won a Premier League with Arsenal? No. Won sod all with Arsenal, I don't think. FA Cup, Europa League, we saw that. Yeah, they've won the FA Cup as well since we were last here. Let's go to 2045. I think Mark probably will leave as well. He's retiring. Mark stayed at Arsenal. He's retiring. He's in the under-21s. He's not done anything in this final season, sadly. 13 caps for England. He's continued to play for England. He's not retired from international football. He's been in the England team. Ruud van Nistelrooy is in charge of England. So there we go then. That's the end of the experiment. It's been quite an interesting one, to be honest, hasn't it? Temperamental, not too bad. They've improved. They had the ability, they had the potential to improve. As we saw, Giovanni was harnessed brilliantly, and he took the ball by the horns. You know, Mark wasted the time at United. You know, the formative years. If you get some of those wrong, it can all go downhill. Look how bad Victor was. Horrendous. We'll have a quick look at the Golden Ball just to see, did Giovanni win a Golden Ball? No. Player of the Year. He won Giovanni Romello won that. I'm going to create a note for him during this. Giovanni Romello did win it. Jude Bellingham also won the Player of the Year a few times. Football of the Year, nothing, unfortunately. World Team of the Year, all seasons. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be Giovanni Romello, not even in the squad of 16, should I say. Look at that. Erling Haaland is only on the bench. This Nelson Santos for Real Madrid, who's 33 years old and phenomenal. There's Mark just before he's about to retire. Netherlands have won the World Cup most recently against Croatia. England winning 2, as we saw. Has there been any Euro wins for England? 3 in this experiment, but 2 Euro wins for Italy. Giovanni, of course, will have won the Euros with them. Came runner-up in 2032 as well. He had the best career. So that's it. We've learned quite a bit, I think. I think it's quite interesting. Temperamental players have managed to get themselves. Could have all got there, but they were just ruined in the formative years, unfortunately. Any suggestions for some of these experiments, especially the balanced one, because that's going to be a very varied experiment, very weird. Let me know any suggestions. Any ideas for other experiments, please let me know. If you want these save files, if you want these databases that I'm creating, the start of them, I'm putting them all up on my Patreon or the Jaytreon. If you want to go over there and subscribe, it'd be much appreciated, but no obligation to whatsoever. I just thought I'd mention it because I do not plug it enough. While you're here, stay on the channel and watch this video. Subscribe, like I said earlier, if you haven't already. Comment down below with anything you want to let me know. Any ideas, anything at all, whatever, I'll get back to you. Take good care of yourselves, gang. See you soon.